Right. So yesterday we have covered the home page, and today I want to cover the topic admin center. So what are all the different things that we have in admin center? Okay, so this is the menu that we have seen. We have seen the action search or people search. We've seen the name menu where we have gone through all the different options that we have here. Okay, then this one, you know it, this is tool search. Here you will not be able to search people, but in using this search you can even search for the people, okay, which are who are working in your company. Okay, this one is particularly
Okay.
used only to search all the tools which are part of the admin center.
Hmm.
Okay, then here we have favorites. Like, let's say if you have certain tools that you use on a regular basis, you don't uh, need to get into these each and every module. Let's say if you are working on compensation home, you can just come here and click on this one. Okay, so when you click on this one, this will be added to your favorites here. See, it has come here.
Okay, star mark.
Star mark, हाँ, shortcut जैसा. Okay, so you don't have to get
It's
into
like
this each and everything and search for it. You can directly see it here. अगर आपको निकालना है तो you can just click this. It will be gone. Or you can minimize it like this. Okay, these are all the different modules, and in
screen is
each,
not moving. Naresh,
yeah,
screen is not.
are you able to see this cursor moving?
No, it's not moving. Your recording is stopped. 134.
No, recording didn't stop. Screen sharing, did the screen
When
sharing stop?
no, I can see your admin center page and your cursor on compensation home
हाँ,
and recording is 134.
ओके, शायद स्क्रीन फ्रीज हो गया होगा. लेट मी रीशेयर इट.
Screen video.
You can select any of your tools and you can just click on star mark, and this will get added to your my favorites. Okay, just like a shortcut.
Okay.
Okay, so this part is
Hmm.
called as company processes and cycles.
Hmm.
Okay, so normally ये interviews में कोई पूछता नहीं है, but just to explain this page, I'm reading out this for you. But this is the place where you'll see
Hmm.
all your modules, and each module will have its relevant tools. So whatever
Okay.
you see under recruiting, these are very, very specific to recruitment module. Similarly, if you want to work on
Hmm.
onboarding module, when you click on onboarding module, you will be able to see all the relevant tools which are specific to onboarding only.
Hmm.
Okay, and यहाँ पे कुछ explain करने के लिए कुछ नहीं. Once we start working on employee central module, then we'll see which tool is available in which module or which part of these tools, and then how are we
Hmm.
going to use them. Okay, वो सब हम देखेंगे.
Hmm.
So mostly for employee
Okay.
central, we'll be using company settings.
Hmm.
Okay, 99% of the times, most of the tools that we configure, most of the tools that we use on a daily basis to configure different things in Employee Central are part of company settings.
Okay.
Okay, this is one. And also employee files, इसमें भी बहुत सारे tools रहेंगे जिसमें आप Employee Central related configuration करोगे. These are the two things.
Hmm.
Okay, बाकी पूरा this is related to time management, which means your absence management. It means your leave quotas. कितना प्रिविलेज लीव है, कितना सिक लीव्स है, कितना कैजुअल लीव्स है, वो सब इसमें कॉन्फ़िगर करते हैं. This is relating to reporting and analytics. I think I've explained you what is reporting and analytics.
Hmm.
Okay, and then when here we have
Yes.
something called as manage employees.
Hmm.
Okay, तो manage forms बोलो तो these are different forms or settings that we use in modules like
Acha.
performance management and goal management.
Okay.
Okay, so when I say performance management and goal management, you will have a set of goals, and the goals will be defined
Hmm.
in a template. Okay, and then
Okay.
when the goals are assigned to you, you will have to update your achievements. Probably it will happen every 3 months or 6 months or once in a year. So you keep updating your goal saying that okay, I have achieved this, I need support for this, I have completed certification. तो वो सब actually ये forms पूरा इसमें रहेगा. Okay, so let's not get into this one because our most main focus is employee central, but I'm just trying to explain the whole thing, whatever is there in this page. Okay, update user information. So this is very specific to users. Users बोलो तो employees that are part of your company. Okay, let's say if there are around 10,000 employees, okay, and if you want to maintain some data or you want to access their information, तो वो सब यहाँ से होगा. Okay, so every time you don't have to come here, click, and you don't have to select this. Initially, probably because you'll see so many things and you'll get confused. So just to understand where is that located and what is the exact name, you may have to open this part. But once you get used to it, we never get into this. We directly search everything here or here. Okay, let's say अगर मुझे employee export करना है, so initially you may not remember that we have something called as employee export का related कुछ है बोल के आपको पता है, and you know that this is the place where you can find it. So in that case what will happen is you come here and then you'll start looking for export. फिर आपको याद आएगा अरे it is related to employee export. एक दो बार आप करने के बाद आपको याद हो जाएगा कि the name of the tool that you want to use is employee export. So instead of coming here, what you do is directly as soon as you log in, you will see your home page. Home page में आते ही you just type employee export from here and you can enter it here from here itself. You don't have to come into admin center every time. So initially probably for a couple of weeks you will come into admin center and you'll start searching for your tools. But normally as an experienced resource or a consultant, we never get into admin center. Or one more good thing is, even if you don't remember the complete name of the tool, you can still give only a part of the name of the tool and the system will prompt whatever is there in the system with this word, with which it starts with export or it ends with export. तो ये सब देखने के बाद you can just go through all of these and you can pick the specific one which you are looking for. Okay, let's say if you even clicked something else, let's say if you have clicked import and export data, after looking at the screen you might realize that अरे मैं तो गलत screen में आ गया. So there's nothing wrong. Okay, you can just again come back and again search for export. System will again prompt you with whatever possible options in the system and you just click on the correct one next time. So in this way you can even explore more number of things and also you'll remember the screens. कौन सा tool में क्या दिखेगा बोल के वो सब आपको याद रहेगा. Okay, then let's get back to admin center. Next most important thing, ये section में, ये bottom वाले section है manage employees के section में, this is the most important part, set user permissions. Okay, so what is this permissions? Permissions is like authorization. Okay, so let's say you're working for a company and the company says you will have access to only your personal information and your education information in your profile. Okay, they will not give you access to your job information or your salary information. Probably you can see or check your payslip, but you will not be able to access your compensation information. Like let's say your compensation information में salary कितना है, last year का salary कितना है, how much has it increased this time, and what are all the different pay components, और लेट्स से ओवर टाइम का कुछ पे कंपोनेंट्स है तो वो कितना है, वो सब आपको देखने के लिए नहीं दे रहे. So it means your system is trying to restrict you with only a set of fields or set of portlets. Okay. So how do we do that restriction? Let's say आपका मैनेजर है, शायद मैनेजर के लिए आपका पूरा प्रोफाइल देखने के लिए एक्सेस रहेगा, बिकॉज you are reporting to him and he should be able to see what is happening in your profile and what is each employee's salary, reportees का क्या सैलरी है, उनका लीव कोटास कितना है, वो सब अगर देखना है, उनको मॉनिटर करना है, तो as a manager he should have access to all the information of his reportees. But when it comes to your individual access, you will have restricted access. Okay. Even for managers, शायद manager will be able to view so many things in your profile, but he will not be able to make changes. Okay. So for example, yeah, can you hear me? Hello.
Naresh, can you switch to again Wi-Fi?
Yeah, let me.
Voice is breaking down again. I hope so. Everything is good.
1 minute then. Okay, just give me a minute. Great. So see, this is the place where we set those permissions. Okay. Hello. Yeah. So let's say manager can view your personal info, your job info, your compensation info. Okay. But he'll not be able to, he can only view. Okay. No edit access, because it is your personal information. How can a manager edit your personal information? Job info. He can both view and also edit your job information, because this is related to company information and he will have every access or authorization to make changes to your job information and your comp information. Okay. Now let's say you are an employee. So personal info, it means your date of birth, your address details, your phone number, your dependent information, your national ID information, your date of birth, your educational details, all that, let's say all that is considered as your personal information. So you will have both view access and edit access, because whenever there are any changes, you should be able to make those changes and save them in your profile. But when it comes to job info, you will only have view access, and that to only some particular fields. And even for comp information, they can give you only view access or sometimes no access at all. So here I'm saying that a manager has a different level of access, an employee has a different level of access. But when it comes to HR, he will have access to everything. It doesn't matter whether you are an employee or a manager or a senior manager. HR will have access to everyone and everything in the system. Okay. And one more thing is, let's say your company is operating in different countries. Let's say your company is operating in some 10 different countries, and every country has its own HR, right? So that particular HR should be able to access only the employees who are belonging to his own country. It means, let's say इंडिया में आपका कंपनी का HR इंडिया में है, and he should be able to make changes only to the employees who are working in India. Okay, let's say if your company also operates in UK and USA, an Indian HR should not have access to make any changes to the employees who are working in UK and USA. Okay, whereas a HR in USA should be able to have access to only USA employees. Again, he should not have access to all the Indian employees' data. So, are you able to understand this point?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Avdesh.
I got your point. So,
Yeah.
see,
Yes, please. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Correct. 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 That's right. Correct. Hello. So,
I can see.
yeah, you got the point
So,
now. So,
hmm,
so all this is called as permissions in SuccessFactors. So, who should have what level of permissions? All that
permissions.
will be actually configured here.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
this is the
Set
place.
user permissions.
Correct. Set user permissions. So, this is the place where we do all the permission related activities. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm not getting into any of these details because we'll have separate sessions for each of these topics because these are very important topics. As of now, I'm just trying to
Okay.
give you the overview of this particular admin center page. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have this user set reset user account. Okay. So in case if
Hmm.
someone's account is logged, then you can reset it by coming here.
Okay.
Okay. And if someone's password is blocked and if you want to uh, create a new password, temporary password, you can do it using this one.
Hmm.
Okay, send user welcome email. Let's say if there is a new
Yeah.
employee that has joined your organization or your team and your manager wants to send a welcome email, then he can
Hmm.
do it using this one.
Hmm.
Then we have proxy
Okay.
management. So the proxy is the one which we have seen here. Okay,
Hmm.
so this is the place from where we proxy someone.
Yes.
But this is the place where we can even configure the proxy
Hmm.
management. Okay,
Okay.
so let's say you are facing some issue in your
Hmm.
system and you want to give access to your HR and
Hmm.
you want the HR to look into that issue. So what do? You can grant
Hmm.
proxy to a particular employee or your HR. Okay, let's say I want to give access to SF
Hmm.
admin. Okay, who will act as a proxy username. So you are
Hmm.
selecting a person here saying that you want this person to proxy your profile, and here you will see different modules that this guy can access. So you can restrict
Hmm.
him to access only particular thing. Let's
Hmm.
say if you want this guy to only access your employee central related things or module, then you will only check this one. Then when he proxies your ID,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
might
got
have access to so many things, but you are
Naresh.
restricting. Yeah.
Naresh,
Haha.
wait.
Yeah.
Screen screen freeze हो गया था. I can see one click. Yeah, I can see now. Your cursor is moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Carry on.
did you at least understand what I was telling you, or even the voice was breaking, or did you miss anything?
Voice was not good, but what I got is like a person who is accessing my this one proxy,
Mm-hmm.
okay, then I can restrict him to what extent he can see modules, like what all things I want him to see, I can make
Correct.
him see. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely right. Okay. So यहाँ पे हम वो restriction करते हैं. So even if someone will proxy you, they will be able to see only things that you want them to see. If you click on all modules, then he will have access to everything. Whatever access that you have, the same access he is going to get, and he will be able to view everything. Okay.
Okay.
And here, in case if you have already, sorry, what is it?
And you got, I think, start date and end date as well, like from which day
Yes, correct.
till what date and time you can access to it,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, you can even specify. Let's say if you want to give him access only for 1 hour to help him look into your issue that you're facing, then you can just select the date and time, and by the end of that time he will lose the access. He'll not be able to proxy you anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. And in case if you have already given proxies earlier, so you can actually check that here. Look up existing assignments. If you have given the proxy assignments earlier also, तो वो details यहाँ पे दिखेगा.
Yeah.
Okay. And always enable proxy lookup. So in case if you want to enable proxy, then you can check this. Okay. If you don't want to use proxy, then you can uncheck this. Oh, okay. So normally, as I've told you, production system में we never give access to proxy, because if we have proxy access, it will be difficult to restrict people from viewing others' access, or there is a possibility that they can make changes to others' profiles also. Okay, because यहाँ पे we are telling them that we want to restrict them, but there are chances that your HRs or your senior managers will have much more access than you, so they will be able to view your profiles, and they can even make changes. So just to restrict or to avoid all that, people generally remove proxy access in the production system, in the live system.
Okay.
Okay, or this is done. Then we have something called as upgrade center. So this is another important topic. See, upgrade center. So in upgrade center, what will happen is, as I've told you, SAP will roll out releases or upgrades once in 6 months.
One in June and one in November.
No, one in May and one in November. May.
अच्छा,
05/11.
Okay. मतलब 5वें महीने में, not in 6th month.
No, yeah, correct. 5th month and 11th month.
5th and 11th.
Yeah. Because you have to even remember the dates. अगर let's say यहाँ पे हमने देखा है वर्षन हिस्ट्री में.
हाँ, वो कल देखा था ना.
हाँ. So what does this mean? So what does this mean?
2021 11 2020 and
11th month, correct. So in the what will be the next release in this year?
Next release between May.
हाँ, so उसके हिसाब से ये कोड क्या रहेगा? You tell me.
2105.
Correct, absolutely right. तो उसके बाद वाला रिलीज
2111.
Correct. So every time there are new releases coming up, अपग्रेड सेंटर में जो भी वो रिलीज में और वो हाफ ईयरली में जो भी अपग्रेड हो रहा है, वो पूरा लिस्ट यहाँ पे दिखाई देगा. Okay, so there are two types of upgrades. One is universal and the other one is opt-in,
Opt-in, optional,
yeah,
opt-in. Okay.
and opt-out.
Hmm.
Okay, so one is universal, the second one is opt-in, opt-out. Again, in opt-in, opt-out, you have something called as provisioning, opt-in, opt-out, and then admin, opt-in, opt-out.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'll try to explain what does this mean. Universal means SAP has decided that it's going to make some change and you will not be able to opt out or you will not have an option to say no to it.
Okay.
So it will say that I am going to make this change and you have to take it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever changes that are coming as part of universal, you will not be able to roll it back.
Okay.
It will be part of every instance of all the companies or all the clients.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say Maruti has implemented SuccessFactors, Microsoft has implemented SuccessFactors, Barclay has implemented SuccessFactors. So सबके लिए अपने अपने instances रहेंगे, right?
Hmm.
So ये instances में when SAP is pushing a universal change or universal upgrade, it means a common upgrade will be part of all the instances. मारुति में हो, Microsoft हो, Barclays हो, जो भी system है, सब में same setting रहेगा.
अब वो जैसे एंड्रॉइड का सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट आता है वैसे
Correct, exactly, similar to that. Now we have opt-in and opt-out. So opt-in and opt-out means you have something optional. It's up to you whether you want to opt in or implement in your system or not.
no
Based on your
as per
requirement,
requirement.
yeah, based on your requirement and usage, you can decide whether it's a good feature or not, and then you can go ahead and opt in or opt out from that release or the upgrade.
Yeah.
तो
Okay.
यहाँ पे we have two different opt-in and opt-outs. One is I said provisioning opt-in and opt-out and admin opt-in and opt-out. When I say provisioning opt-in and opt-out, it means the upgrade or you can enable this only using provisioning system.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
लाइसेंस वाला बंदा चाहिए.
हाँ, exactly, certified का बंदा चाहिए.
Certified.
So when you want to enable this, it means someone needs to log into the provisioning system and there you have to check that particular new feature and save it.
Mm-hmm.
When you enable it, automatically it will be reflecting wherever it has to. If it has to reflect in your instance, you will be able to see the new feature or functionality in your instance.
Okay.
Let's say if you want to update something using your instance, not the provisioning system,
Hmm.
okay, then you will have something called as admin opt-in opt-out.
Okay.
Admin opt-in opt-out means you will be doing this upgrade using your instance.
Instance. वहाँ पर मेरा without certification also access हो जाएगा.
Correct, exactly, that's right. Okay, so
Yeah.
I hope you got the difference between these three now.
Yes, I got your understood, but I can explain you once.
Definitely,
100%
yeah,
sure.
sure.
Okay, now if talking about the first point, which is universal, then in universal there are some upgradation or some kind of software which has been launched by SAP, which is must for each and every organization. That can't be, it's not optional like you can select or you don't need or you must have. Uh, you must. It is must actually. You have to do it.
Correct.
And the second one is
So
opt-in,
you
opt-out
have to do it
provisional.
बोल के कुछ नहीं है. SAP will directly push it.
SAP will do everything.
You
Yeah.
don't have
Yeah.
to do anything manually here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then second one is opt-in, opt-out, provisional opt-in, opt-out. So in provisioning, you have to go into provisioning and only certified person can select like which one need to be in and which one need to be out, or which one we don't need to require. Okay. And the third one is admin. opt-in, opt-out instance. So in instance, if someone is dealing without certification also, we can uh, do changes in admin center where we can use or select opt-in and opt-out options. Is that correct?
Correct, absolutely right.
Okay.
So now the part which we are seeing, all these are admin opt-in opt-outs because you are accessing all this using the instance. Okay, so let's go through some of the features just for our understanding. यहाँ पे important upgrades बोल के यहाँ पे कि legal change USA self identification of disability status. So what does this mean? So it means, let's say an employee is trying to join an organization, so there are some specially able people who might be joining the company.
Yeah.
तो उनका disability का level क्या है? Some people might be able to walk, some people might not be able to even walk. Okay, some people might not be able to see properly. Color blindness रह सकता है. Or some people are paralyzed, they'll not be able to stand. वैसा different levels of disability रहेगा. So SAP is providing some feature to identify them. Okay. Then we have something called as legal change notification for employee central payroll. This is related to employee central payroll.
Okay.
Then we have South Africa, new job classification object for South Africa. Okay, we have an object called as job classification. Okay, and it seems they have come up something specific to South Africa only. Okay, concurrent employment for contingent workers. Contingent workers means the people who work as contractors. Okay, or contingent workers is contract employees. Concurrent employment means, see, if you are working in one of the project and let's say वहां पे थोड़ा काम कम हो गया है and your manager thinks that okay, because you, instead of making you sit idle, he wants you to send to a different project जहां पे थोड़ा और मदद चाहिए because they have shortage of resources. Then simultaneously you will be working on two different projects. So that concept is called as concurrent employment. Okay. So earlier contingent workers or the contractors will never had this functionality to work on multiple projects. Now they have brought this new functionality. So even contract employees can work on multiple assignments. So if you go and okay, let's open this. Now I'll show you how to upgrade this. ये topic भी cover हो जाएगा. So here this is the upgrade page, and here it will explain you what is going to happen, how this is going to work. Okay, it describes with this feature, Employee Central will support concurrent employment for contingent workers who hold multiple assignments simultaneously. Okay, are employed by multiple departments. It means they are working for multiple departments at once. So in case if you feel that I think I was waiting for this, I wanted this feature for a very long time, and if you found it useful for your own client, then you will click on this one. Okay, if you think that you don't need it, SAP has come up with a new feature, but see, all the clients may not need it. Okay, let's say आपका WhatsApp है, everyone has installed WhatsApp, but there is a security feature that is coming up. So sometimes WhatsApp will automatically update it. Sometimes it will give you a notification saying that there is an upgrade, and if you want, you can update it. Similar to this one, if you want to skip and if you don't want to upgrade to this feature, you can just click on save for later. But if you want to enable it in your system, you have to click on upgrade new. Then it will ask you for confirmation. You will click on yes. So now this feature is enabled in your system. Okay. तो एक बार login करके log out करोगे तो you will be able to see this feature. So some features can be used automatically as soon as you enable it. But for some features, you may have to do some extra configuration to for your system to accept that particular functionality. Okay, so let's say now I have upgraded your system, and probably once you start testing the new functionality, you found that there is a bug, and because of that, it is creating some problem in your system. So you realize that because of this upgrade only, you are facing this issue. So because this is an opt-in, opt-out, you have an option to roll it back. It means you can revert it. Okay, so how do you revert this? You can click here, view recently completed upgrades. So for every feature that you upgrade, you will have 30 days time. 30 days के अंदर you have to complete your testing and you have to make sure that everything is working fine. Then you can continue with this feature.
Okay.
But in case if uh, you thought that okay, this is not working fine, if you want to roll out, so within that 30 days you should be able to roll out. After 30 days it will become a permanent change in your system. You will not be able to roll it out.
Okay.
Okay, so यहाँ पे फिर से वो feature दिख रहा है. So I'm clicking on upgrade now. I don't know why it is again showing me upgrade option. Okay, let me try to log out and log in and see if it is done. So वहाँ पे undo का option दिखाएगा. So undo means you can go back, you can revert that upgrade. Let me check it again. Okay, let me log out and log in.
ये जो वर्कडे है ना, वर्कडे वाला जो आपने बताया था,
Yeah.
वो भी क्लाउड बेस्ड है क्या?
Yes, it's a cloud-based product, and that is the best competitor for SuccessFactors as of now.
बट अभी रैंकिंग में तो सक्सेस फैक्टर ही नंबर 1 पे है ना.
See the reason. Okay, so इसके लिए आपको S user ID बोल के एक user ID चाहिए. This you will either get if you are a certified consultant or if you are working for some company. The company will create this user ID for you. S user ID means SAP user ID. Okay, so using this ID you will be able to access lot of content which is provided by SuccessFactors or SAP. Okay,
Yeah.
Resources and materials, help and tutorials in case if you're looking for some help, just like हमारा F1 रहेगा ना Microsoft में. Similarly, this is a help portal where you can browse or you can search for what you're looking for. Okay, and you can see get some help from this one. There are probably few thousands of documents. You can search it here and you can read those documents and try to understand how some functionality works. Okay, this is not of much importance. We hardly get into this, but just because this is part of this page, I'm trying to explain it. Role-based permissions. So whatever I've spoke about permissioning and all that, this set user permissions. Set user permissions is a concept of role-based permissions. Okay, that's a tool used to configure role-based permissions. So role-based permissions, it is in shortcut it is called as RBP. Okay, this is the tool or this is the concept where we define the permissions based on the role. Role means your designation or your job. In case if you're an employee, you will have different set of permissions. If you're a manager, you'll have a different set of permissions. If you are a configuration person, then you'll have a different permission. So all that will be called as, that permission part is called as role based permissions in SuccessFactors. And to configure this
Okay.
role based permission, we use this tool.
Yeah.
Okay, all the tools which are under set user permissions.
Mm-hmm.
ठीक है? So just go
Yeah.
through this. So once this is like you, I think you have the access now.
Mm.
I'll send you an email with
Sure.
the link, ID and password. You will be able to log in and then go through each and everything that we've covered so far. If you have any doubts, uh, you can ask me. And then tomorrow what we'll do is, home page में हम बहुत सारे tiles देख रहे हैं.
Yeah.
Okay, and we are also seeing a logo here. Where did the logo go? Sorry.
वो एक्सचेंजर वाला लोगो ना?
Yeah. कहाँ गया बोल के देख रहा हूँ मैं. Okay, this one. So we are seeing some colors. ये थोड़ा grayish color का है. We are seeing a logo here, and in the home page we're able to see some tiles. Okay, so ये पूरा आपका user interface है, just like your home page in your mobile phone. Similarly, even in SuccessFactors we have this home page. So tomorrow what we'll do is, we'll try to see how to make changes to this color combinations. This is the color combination which SAP has given in this particular instance, but you have access to change all this based on your client. Let's say अभी वोडाफोन को देखेंगे. See, वोडाफोन का पूरा रेड कलर का रहता है. This is a red logo. Okay, most of the things that Vodafone designs, see, सब red में रहता है. So they expect even the SuccessFactors system to have similar color combination. Okay, so ये पूरा colors, यहाँ पे dashboard का color, tiles का color, ये पीछे background का color, ये सब change कर देते हैं. तो we'll see all that changes tomorrow, and I want you to, from tomorrow onwards, I'll start giving you assignments based on what I'm going to explain. I think today we are a little late. वो थोड़ा 1 hour का topic रहेगा. So I want you to start making those changes in the system. I think that will be the first assignment for you.
Okay.
नया tiles create करना है. If you want to create some new tiles which you want to make it visible for certain people. Let's say Diwali आ रहा है, and if you want to wish everyone happy Diwali, then you can actually create a tile here. So वो सब हम कल देखेंगे.